On this slide, we're talking about behind every blessed woman is a moment she chooses herself over begging. Behind every blessed woman is a moment she finally chooses herself over begging. Not begging a man, not begging a job, not begging a life, but the one moment she said, I deserve more. That was the shift. This topic matters because a lot of times as women, we don't choose ourselves. We tend to choose men without knowing. We tend to beg men for the bare minimum. And it doesn't have to necessarily be about finances. It can be about so many different things. And in this live, you're going to understand how you may beg a man in different ways. Choosing yourself doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you have to leave your man right now or leave a man. It's just choosing growth, clarity, income, and peace. And I think a lot of times women just stay with men because of history over shared values. And I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it. Segment 1, the real reason women stay stuck. It's not about love. It's not even about fear. It's about survival. Number 1, they were never taught to choose themselves. And I can say this from experience because I was never taught as a Nigerian descent. I am an American-born Nigerian descent. My parents are both Nigerian. And if you're Caribbean or if you're from a third world country, you'll know that they train us as women to always be kept, how to be picked, make sure the man chooses you. You have to know how to cook. You have to know how to clean. That's what we were all taught if you're from a third world country. Most women were taught to prove their value to be chosen, not to protect their value by choosing themselves. A lot of women don't know how to choose themselves. Their worth was tied to being picked, not paid. And this has a lot to do with generational things because even our grandmothers, great-great-great-grandmothers were always tied to being picked, not paid. But we're changing it this 2025. This 2025, we're changing it. And guys, I went through a whole transitional period. I practice what I preach. I had to leave my man because I realized that we had a lot of shared trauma and history, but the values are no longer aligning. And when you're trying to project the future for yourself, you have to look at the people that surround you because sometimes you'll be working hard to achieve a certain goal and wonder why it's not happening at the rate that you're working at. But you won't realize it's because God is trying to protect your vision. Because sometimes if your vision was given to you with the people around, obviously it was squander. So sometimes when things are not going right in your life, you literally have to look around and say, okay, why is things not going right? It doesn't have to always be the physical aspect. And I think that's what most people believe. They believe that, oh, I'm working hard. Why is things not working? You have to start looking within. You have to look at spiritual aspect. You have to look at your surroundings, your environment. Who are you interacting? Who are you having sex with? Because the person you have sex with, believe it or not, a lot of people think, oh, laying down with a man is just laying down with a man. But it's more than just laying down with a man because you're energetically exchanging something that you can't see. Sometimes these guys will lay with you and snatch your destiny and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. You'll find yourself being so unmotivated, not progressing in life, and not realize that, oh shit, it's because I'm dealing with this guy. That's the reason why I'm unmotivated. That's the reason why my vision is foggy. Be very mindful of the guys you lay with. This has nothing to do with money. Money's there, of course. You're going to deal with guys who have money, but you have to deal with the guy that aligns with your values, shared values. That's the reason why a lot of these marriages don't even work. That's the reason why a lot of these marriages don't even work. Women stay in relationships because of shared history over shared values. And let me tell you something. I walked away from a 5-year relationship. Like, you know what? You don't align with what I see. And I'm not going to sit here and say, you know what, because I'm bestie next door, I don't want the girls to see that I'm like, yeah, I practice what I preach. I'm going. Yeah. I can go. I want to choose peace because this is no longer peace for me. This is no longer peace for me. And I want to continue what I was saying. And I want to say this to anyone who's married, who's currently in a long relationship. Do not stay with the guy all because you have shared trauma. Because let me tell you something. When you get to your mother age, the 50s, the 60s, 70s, you start to resent yourself because you chose to stay. No one is forcing you to stay where you're not happy. Let's clock it. A lot of you feel like, oh, I have to stay here. No, you're choosing to stay there. You can make the executive decision to walk away from a man. The problem with most of you is you're too scared. And I'm living proof. You can go through all my channel. I go through a lot of stuff. And I tell you, I'm very transparent with you guys as I'm growing. I tell you guys how I'm elevating. I also share heart-to-heart experience with you guys because I want you guys to realize that, if this girl can do it, she's no different from me. I got the power to do it as well. If the guy does not align with your values, leave. Simple. You do not want to wait till 10, 20 years later and say, damn, I had the opportunity, or I should have left. I could have got someone better. There's always someone better. Remember, the universe always wants to prove you're right. So if you believe there's no one better, then you're not going to get better. But if you believe that, I deserve better and I know I can get better, you will get better. Because if there was not better, if there wasn't a better reality of you with a better man, you wouldn't have the thought. Let's proceed. They were raised to serve, never to secure. Okay, someone asked the question real quick. Let me answer this question. Would you accept an ex back? If so, to what condition? I would not accept an ex back at all. An ex is a why. An ex for me is a why. If you're my ex, I'm not going back to you because it takes a while personally for me to make someone an ex. So if you're my ex, that's it. You're done. You're out of here. You're done. You're out of here. Yeah. You're done. You're done. You're done. And you know us women, it takes us, we leave emotionally, mentally, before we leave physically. Leaving physically should be your last final bus stop. You should not try to leave a man physically before leaving emotionally and mentally. Because if you try to leave physically before emotionally and mentally, you're going to go right back. Am I saying something? You're going to go right back. So you have to, first of all, make the decision that I am no longer aligning with you emotionally and mentally. Then you leave. Don't leave before you leave mentally and emotionally. You hear? All right. You were taught to be loyal, but you were never taught how to build a life if he doesn't stay loyal to you. The second one, their survival is tied to a man's decision. If he calls, if he stays, if he pays, if he provides, your life is okay. If not, your entire reality crumbles. You think staying is strength, but really it's fear masked as faith. You can't say you're healed if your stability still depends on his mood or his money. 3, thinking struggling is a rite of passage. Struggling with a man is now normalized. Guys, I'm going to tell you this from experience. Because you guys know I have a whole bunch of experience. You would have thought I was in my 40s. You would have thought I was in my late 30s. I went through a whole bunch of stuff, so you don't have to. So when I say these things to you guys, listen, I'm not talking from thin air. I'm talking from experience. Struggling with a man gets you absolutely nowhere. You only teach him what you will continuously accept. Because you struggled with him, he thinks you're the strongest gorilla. She can handle it. She's strong. She's strong. Anytime a man say, oh, I love you because you're so strong, bitch, dust your sandals off and start running. You don't need a man that wants you to have the biggest, strongest backbone, because trust and believe, he's going to dump a whole bunch of bullshit on your back. I'm telling you guys the truth. It's like now they equivalent loyalty with struggling. I want to clock this real quick. If you weren't beautiful, if you didn't have a nice body, do you think that man's going to look at you at 400 pounds and say, oh my gosh, she has so much potential. I want to struggle with her because when she gets 150 pounds, she's going to look good. Absolutely not. He's going based on what he sees. You look good. You smell good. All right, I'm there. So why do we women always feel like we have to struggle with the man to prove our loyalty? Girls, I learned this early, and I'm telling you guys this now. It's a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of fucking time. Whether you are a hoe or you're not, you're still going to get married. Why? Because the universe always wants to prove you're right. So if you believe I'm going to find a husband, you will find a husband. So it don't matter if you decide, whatever you decide is your choice. But don't ever feel like you have to struggle with the man just to prove that you're loyal to him. Am I saying something or am I saying something? Build with him. Hold him down. He'll change. This keeps women stuck in potential instead of power. You'll be stuck in potential forever by saying, oh, he's going to change. Bitch, 5, 6 years, 7, 8 years later, he still ain't changed. He got worse. I'm telling you guys from experience. What you accept in the beginning will continue. I'm going to say that one more time. What you accept in the beginning will continue. If you accept shit from the beginning, you will continuously get shit in different flavors. The shit may have some salt. It may have some Italian seasoning. It may have some pepper, cayenne pepper. It may have some onions with it. But you're still going to get shit. Amen? Struggle love is not a flex. You're not building. You're breaking down. 4, they don't know where to start financially. They don't know how to leave because they don't know how to sustain themselves. Not everyone can quit their job. Not everyone has savings. But most importantly, not everyone has a plan. And guys, this social media is so toxic to us women. And I'm going to untoxify it. Because all they talk about is finding the man with money. And that's the plan. But you'll get the man with money, and then it'd be a whole bunch of bullshit. Because just because a man has money, that doesn't mean he has good character. And I think a lot of times women forget that. You can have a guy who has money and he could be shitty. He could be a liar. He could be a manipulator. He can be stingy. And the only reason why majority of you want the man with money is for money anyway. If you had your own money, half of the things you wouldn't tolerate. And let's clock this T quick and easy and fast, because I say it all the time. If you have low money, you have to have high tolerance. And I'm going to say that one more time. If you have low money as a woman and you're dating for financial security, you have to have high tolerance. Don't think you could have low income and, call the shots and, he has to be like this. You cannot call the shots, baby girl, because you can't even afford a decision. You can't even afford a decision. You can't even afford to walk away. So please, don't think you have low income and, no, he's supposed to be like this, or no, you don't even have the money. You can't even afford the peace. So baby girl, you better increase the tolerance. You better increase the tolerance. That's the bitter truth. No shade. I'm not trying to throw any shade at no creator, but all this sprinkle stuff, guys, I want you guys to know, when you turn your phone off, when you click the power button, that's when the real life sets in. Half of these girls that be like, yeah, I got this, I got that. They're not going to tell you how much times that man may have knocked their head in between the washer and dryer. They're not going to tell you how many times they may have walked in on that guy with 20 girls. They're not going to tell you that. But you see, Bessie next door, I'm always tell you the truth. Low income equals high tolerance. More money, low tolerance. Simple math. The more money you make, the lower your tolerance is. You're not going to tolerate bullshit, because it's like, why am I tolerating that? What do you have to offer? Because we have to start looking at men past the physical aspect. We have to look at men more so of, is he a good leader? Would he be a good father? Would he be a good husband? All these things are important. Guys, remember, these guys that you're dating, you're going to have children with, a next generation with. You want to make sure you're breaking these generational curses. And the only way to break these generational curses is to not be like your mother, grandmother, great-great-great-grandmother, which is, I got to do whatever I can to be picked. You're no longer waiting to be picked. You're no longer waiting. No more waiting. That's why I don't judge women who stay, because what's the alternative when no one gave you the tools to leave? Let's proceed. 5, guilt and shame block the breakthrough. Society glorifies women struggling and calling it loyalty. Society glorifies women struggling and call it loyalty. Look at all these celebrities, right? And you see how the man, he dog walk the wife or the girlfriend publicly. And then the guy's like, oh man, she's loyal, man. She's loyal. She's staying down. Society glorifies women struggling. Why is that? Why do I have to be in pain? Why do I have to go through shit just to prove that I'm loyal to you? Like, it don't even make sense. They want you to be as strong as a gorilla. They want you to be as strong as a gorilla. But you know what? 2025 women, we are taking the power back. And we're not taking the power back from a masculine standpoint. We're taking it back from a feminine standpoint. Because when you can remove the little things that men do for you, you'll be able to see and align with the man that is for you. You feel guilty for wanting more. You think being the good woman will eventually pay off, but it doesn't. Being good does not pay off. Being the good woman does not pay off. And I'm going to tell you guys this, because I say this on all my episodes, and I'm going to say it to you guys again for the 1,000th time. You may be new to my life. You may be new to me. Let me tell you straight up. No chaser. The universe does not give a fuck if you're good or bad. Simple. You do not get brownie points for being a good woman. Oh, she was a good woman to that man, so we're going to send her the best guy. The universe does not give a fuck. Period. That's why you keep seeing all these hoes get married. All the universe cares about is your conviction behind your belief. That's it. That's it. Some of you think, I'm just a good girl, so I'm going to get a good guy. And then you find out you're dating Lucifer in different shades and colors. You're like, oh my God, why do I keep dating Lucifer? Because the universe don't give a fuck if you were a good woman. They don't care. It cares about your conviction. What do you believe? What are your beliefs? Do you believe all men are shit? Okay, since you believe that, that's the type of men you get. Do you believe all men are broke? Okay, because you believe that, you're going to only attract broke men. Simple math, simple equation. Straight up, no chaser. That's the truth that people don't say. You've been loyal to his potential longer than you've been committed to your purpose. Segment 2, what begging looks like in disguise. Most women will say, I would never beg a man. But what if I told you you already have and didn't even know it? 1, begging looks like waiting on clarity he's never giving. Begging looks like waiting on clarity he's never giving. Waiting on him to choose you, waiting on a conversation to make it make sense. A lot of you don't realize you be begging. You be like, oh, I'm just waiting for him to give me the conversation so I can realize what we are. Bitch, he already told you what you guys are. He already told you what you guys are. The fact that he's acting like Casper, disappearing and reappearing, that should give you enough. Yeah. You don't need the conversation. You're sitting there begging. You're begging at that point. And then a lot of you stay loyal to guys that you're not even with. Like, make it make sense. You'll be loyal to a guy that's not even yours. And then you get mad that he's not loyal to you. Oh. That man is not yours. He has never made it official. He has never told you you are his girlfriend. He never told you you are his wife. He never proposed. All he did was make that kitty cat purr. And then all of a sudden, because he made that kitty cat purr, you was like, oh, he's my man. He's my man. He's my man. Now all of a sudden, you going out blocking your blessings, telling other guys, oh, I got a man. I got a man. You got a man, but that man didn't propose to you. You got a man, but that man didn't make you his wife. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Good sex does not mean he's your man. I'm going to say that again, just in case you didn't hear me, because some of you get confused. Good sex does not make him your man. He is not your man. He was a sex partner. He was a good time. That is it. Learn to detach yourself from men. Simple. And if you can't detach emotionally from men, don't have sex. It needs to make sense. You don't need a conversation. You don't need closure. Oh, I need him to tell me what we are. No, don't let him tell you what you are. Don't let him tell you what you guys are. You're waiting on him to get his life together so he can be the man he promised. A lot of you be waiting forever. Y'all bitches gonna be 60, waiting for that man to get his life together. Like, yeah, he said he gonna get his life together. My man, he's doing what he can. He's doing Uber now. Yeah, he started to do Uber. He's getting his stuff together now. Now he's being loyal. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? You're gonna be 50 like, yeah, he's still getting it together, girl. He's still getting together. And I'm gonna be driving past you in a Ferrari. Like, hope he get it together soon, babe. Stop waiting for men to get their stuff together and get yourself together. You spend so much energy in waiting for a man to get his life together, and you don't realize time is passing you by, that you're not even getting yourself together. You're not asking for money, but you're begging for meaning. That's still begging. I'm going to say that one more time. You may not be asking for money, but you're begging for meaning. That is still begging. So a lot of you be like, oh, I don't ask a man for money, so I'm not a beggar. If you're begging to know what you guys are, you are still begging, period. Point blank, period. Second, begging looks like shrinking your standard for proximity. You stop bringing up your needs to keep the peace. You start pretending you're okay just to keep access. You stay around just in case he change. Every time you silence yourself to stay close to him, you've begged. Not with your words, but with your energy. I'm going to say that one more time. Every time you stay silent to stay close to him, you've begged. Not with your words, but with your energy. How many times you're like, oh, well, my man said he don't like going on dates, so I'm going to just make a date at the house. Because you want to be close to him? Because you want to be close to him? So you're like, oh, no, my man, he said, I make his tummy hurt. He don't got money, bitch. He don't got money. You sitting there, oh, he said he don't like the restaurant like that. He said, because he had some bad experience at the restaurant. So I'm going to just, cook food at the house for us. I'm going to do a nice little dinner. And I don't want to clock nobody's tea, but half of you girls will set up a nice table. Some of you bitches should have gotten into decor. Yeah. The way you bitches get so creative with, oh, I'm going to do a home date, with the tables and the flowers. Y'all bitches put so much. You should have started a business. You should have started that business, that decor business. The way you guys decorate rooms for a guy is beyond me. It's beyond me. Again, every time you silence yourself to stay close to him, you've begged, not with words, but with energy. And a lot of you don't realize that you may not use your words, but you using energy is even more stronger because you are destiny swapping. A lot of you don't know that you destiny swapped with a guy. Some guys will carry your mannerisms, your star, your shine, your charisma, and then you'll be stuck like starting from scratch. Paying with energy is very valuable. I want you guys to understand. Protect your energy. Protect your womb. Your womb is the gateway to life. It's the portal to life. 3, we're still on begging. We're still on begging. 3, begging looks like staying financially dependent. Waiting for him to pay the rent instead of learning how to make your own. Depending on his lifestyle because you're scared you can't recreate it yourself. Telling yourself he provides, but deep down, you don't feel safe without him. Let's clock it. And I used to be just like that, depending on a man's lifestyle, because I was scared to create it myself. And a very, very dangerous place to be in, because you never know when he's going to take the rug from under your feet. And when he does, what do? It's always nice to have a guy pay your rent. Don't get me wrong. It's always nice. But that shouldn't be your only means of getting your rent paid. You should be able to create a lifestyle outside of a man. A man giving you a lifestyle and using them for a lifestyle, that's one thing. But you should be able to create one outside of them, because you know how these guys switch. They switch. All of a sudden, one day you wake up, all of a sudden he got an attitude. He don't want to talk to you. You do not want to be in that position. Stop waiting for your back to be against the wall for you to make a plan. That's the mistake a lot of you women make. You get the guy with the money. You know how to get guys to spend money on you, but then you don't know how to sustain the income. You need to be in a position where if a guy walks out your life, his income does not walk out with him, because you have flipped his money to make you more money. You hear me? I'm not trying to put you in your masculine energy. I'm trying to make sure you think with logic, because we are playing chess, not checkers. You do not need to be loyal to a man that has no intentions of marrying you, because you are going to waste your time. You will waste your time. And I'm not saying that every guy you date, you need to be all aggressive, like, oh, are you going to marry me? No, I'm not saying that. However, be intentional. Be intentional. Remember what I tell you guys. I tell you guys this all the time. The universe always wants to prove you're right. So if you continuously say certain things to yourself, if you continuously make different mental, verbal covenants, that's exactly what your reality is going to be. Provision without power is still a prison. 4, begging looks like over-investing emotionally in a man who's under-invested. Oh, that's begging too, sis. You didn't know? You being overly emotional and he's under-emotional, like you're sending him long paragraphs and he's writing you back okay, or he's barely saying anything. That's begging. Yeah. That's still begging. You're begging. You play wife to a man who can't commit. You're sitting there washing his drawers, washing the dishes, like, oh, I'm about to cook my man a nice meal. You're going to the grocery store, but he can't even commit to you. He's out there with Sabrina. At nighttime, he's going to come eat your food. He's going to be happy like, oh, my girl did my laundry. She know how to organize my clothes for me. Oh, my gosh, she clipped my nails. Some of you bitches, y'all get head over heels. You start clipping the nails, the guy's feet. You start giving him mani and pedicure for free? For free? But then Sabrina, she knows how to emotionally detach and spend that bag and keep it moving. You got to get to the point, guys, I know. No, but you got to get to the point where you detach emotionally. It's so important, ladies. I'm telling you guys this right now. Do not play wife to a man who cannot commit. You're going to waste your time. And you're going to miss your husband by playing wife to a man that's not committed to you. It doesn't make sense. You support his dreams and ideas more than your own. Your man be telling you, I want to be a streamer. And you're like, oh my God, I'm about to buy my baby a little headphone set for Christmas because he said he wants to be a streamer. But you don't even want to invest in learning how to make digital income. You're like, oh no, that course is a scam, babe. Nah, I'm not buying that course. But you rather spend $1,000 to get headsets. Like, oh yeah, he want to be a streamer, so I'm supporting my babe. I'm supporting my babe. You bitches will save up all your checks. All right, I'm going to save up September's check, October. If I put a little money to the side this month, then I could afford the PS5. He going to be so happy. I'm going to save him my little check. You know what? I'm going to fuck with Anthony this week so he give me a little 500 so I could buy my man the place. I want to show him that I support him. Meanwhile, Sabrina Yeah, she's eating up all his money. That's why he can't buy the PlayStation. You guys got to understand that every guy, right? Guys have like different women in their phone. They have the one that know how to good. They have the one that know how to suck the balls from the back to the butthole. They have the one that know how to cook good. They have the one that they know is just dumb as hell. Yeah, they do. That's why I'm telling you, ladies, listen to Bestie Next Door. When you have your own money, your tolerance is low. You have options. You have options because you can afford to be in the room. You're not going to be on TikTok, Instagram searching, how do I find men with money? Because you're in the room with them. You're in the airport lounges. You're in first class. You're in the hotels. You're not going to be searching because you're actually in the field, like in real life. Half of you bitches be searching how to find a rich man that can't even afford to go there. Let's clock it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but I'm saying the truth. You'll be on Instagram, TikTok, searching all day long, like, how do I find a rich man? How do I find a rich man? And then when you get the locations, you're like, oh shit, I can't even afford to go there. You see what I'm saying? You need to reroute the energy and put it within. And then on top of that, some of you feel like, oh, if I go to the places with a rich man's going to find me and he's going to like me. And you look tore the hell up. Tore up. From the ground up. From the ground. You, first of all, you, listen, I'm just telling you guys the truth. Y'all be feeling like if you get into the room, a rich man's going to pick you. Half of you guys don't even have that energy. You guys don't even have that aura. You haven't even built the aura to like attract. You have the aura and the energy of desperation. And when you have the aura and energy of desperation, you're only going to attract Lucifer in different colors and shapes. I'm sorry, that's the truth. You give access to your body, time, and loyalty without getting true direction. Sis, that's not love. That's spiritual codependency. That's begging dressed up as loyalty. 5, begging looks like confusing struggle with worth. Telling yourself, I've been through too much with him to start over. Half of you won't let go because you've been through too much. Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. Like, yeah, that's my man. Because you can't let him go, how are you going to find someone better? And I want you guys to always remember that there's different realities of you that exist. And when you get to a certain point, you'll start having the divine download that there's better. Because if it didn't exist, you wouldn't have the thought. Every thought you have is a divine download. You let history keep you hostage. A lot of you like, now we've been together for 20 years, so I can't let him go because you can't let him go. The fact that you're even saying you can't let him go, you are making a verbal and mental covenant. So because you're making that mental and verbal covenant, and because the universe always wants to prove you're right, of course you're not going to let him go. Of course you're going to find it hard to let him go. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? The amount of times you've been with someone doesn't equal the amount of time you're supposed to stay. Stop letting history block your harvest. A lot of you let history block your harvest. You be wondering, oh, you're manifesting. You're like, oh, I'm trying to manifest a good job. Oh, I'm trying to manifest this business to work. You be wondering why it's not working. It's because of the guy you're dealing with. The guy you're dealing with is holding you back. I say this to you guys in all my videos, and I will continuously say it again. Emotions is energy in motion. When a man has your attention, he has your emotions. And because he has your emotions, you are not going to put your energy and emotions in the right place. Think about it like this. Every single time when you're dating a guy, and let's say he's not the right fit for you, and he sees you're elevating, what does he do? Cause chaos. Whether it be cheat on you, whether it be cause drama, whether it be tell you what you're not doing for him, that is not the guy for you. Any guy that sees you're growing in life, and instead of watering your plant by helping you, like, oh, babe, you're doing well, or, you know, babe, do you need this? I saw this, and I think this will help you. Instead, he'd rather tell you, oh, you're not even doing this anymore. Oh, you don't even know how to cook that good. Oh, you didn't cook this good. Oh, you don't do that. That guy does not want to see you grow, and he's the one that's blocking your harvest. Am I saying something, or am I saying something? Someone said, yes, family too. I just left a 17-year relationship, but then put myself in a dumb situation because you didn't allow yourself to know what you want. And sometimes when you've been in a long relationship for a while, you crave that companionship. But you have to realize that you can also give yourself that same companionship by learning what you like and learning yourself. You have to be okay with being alone. That's the reason why a lot of you find it hard to let go of men, because you're not okay with being alone. When you are okay with being alone, like you're at peace, bitch, that's when you find the most guys. Am I lying? Think about, no, hold on. I gotta take a sip. Think about all the times where you were like, you know what, I'm focused on myself. I'm in my gym bag. I'm in my money bag. I'm focused on me. And all of a sudden, because you're not caring about men around you, they just flock to you. They want to take care of you. They want to do this. They want to do that. But the moment you decide to start giving men, centering men, all of a sudden, shit start going left. Am I lying? Once I realized begging doesn't just look like asking, it looks like staying. I made a promise to myself, I'll never again beg to be chosen, loved, or provided for. I would not let what a man temporarily provide hold me back, because truly, when you provide what he's providing for yourself, you start to see if he's really that valuable. When you eliminate what a guy's providing for you, whether it be, oh, he's paying your rent or he's doing that, because remember, when a man sees you can't do something for yourself and he's providing that for you, it comes with a price. Whether it be your peace, whether it be control, whether it be your energy, whether it be him using, the motivation to fuel his business, it always comes with a price. But when you can provide what a guy's providing for you, you really start to see if he's valuable or not. And that's exactly why I created the Wealth Club, to share all the expensive tools and skills I bought so women like you who are done begging for basics can start building from peace at an affordable price. Segment 3, the moment you choose yourself. Every blessed woman you see didn't get there just because she was lucky. She got there because one day she chose herself instead of waiting to be chosen. Number 1, choosing yourself looks like leaving the table when all that's being served is crumbs. You finally stop saying, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. You stop justifying red flags because he has potential. He has potential. Fuck the potential. If you were just potential, he wouldn't even date you. And I'm not trying to compare men and women. Let's be realistic. Let's call a spade a spade. A man's not going to say, oh yeah, you're 700 pounds. You on 500-pound life. And he going to be like, oh, well, I see the potential. If she lose about 400 pounds, she's going to look good. He's not thinking that. You walk away not because you stopped loving him, but because you started loving you. Choosing yourself isn't about being cold. It's about being clear. You just realize peace is more important than potential. Choosing yourself look like no longer waiting to be rescued. You stop saying, once I get married, things will get easier. You stop thinking, when he gets it together, I'll be happy. Nobody is coming to save you. And the good news, you don't need saving. You need structure. Choosing yourself looks like building the life you thought he'll give you. You join the Wealth Club for unlimited resources. You clean up your finances. You start making money from your phone. You finally become the girl you used to only post about. The life you want isn't in his hands. It's in yours. You don't need his income. You need your inner work and income to match. Choosing yourself looks like not reacting, just redirecting. You don't chase, beg, or spiral. You get better, not bitter. You stop seeking closure and become your own confirmation. Somebody commented and said they do this when they hit 40. Exactly. It's when women get to like the later in life, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to start choosing myself. No, do it now. Do it now. I want you guys to understand, just because you and a man does not work out, that doesn't mean you need to be bitter. That doesn't mean you need to hate him. Like, oh, I hate him. No, it takes too much energy to hate someone. It takes too much energy to be bitter. That same energy, bitterness, anger, upset, you can put that in yourself and become a better woman who's healed and soft. Hating someone and being bitter is almost like putting you in your masculine energy, because now you're competing. You're no longer trying to be better for you. You're trying to show him you're better without him. And because you're trying to show him you're better without him, you find yourself in your masculine energy. And I don't want you to be in your masculine energy. Because being in your masculine energy is more about output more than input. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? When a woman really chooses herself, she doesn't announce it. Her energy just shifts. She's too busy becoming the version of her that no longer begs, wait, or explains. You don't have to announce, I'm done. That's how I know a woman is not done with a man. The moment she gets the announcing, the moment she gets the microphone and saying, yeah, I'm done with him, I'm done. I know she's not done. Because when a woman is done, she don't gotta say nothing. She just pack her bags and start going. All the girls that be coming online, these influencers, they be like, yeah, I'm done with him. Or your friend on the phone with you for 20 hours trying to analyze how done she is or trying to analyze why he moving like that. She's not done. A done woman does not speak. She moves. She gets the moving, the stepping. Yeah. And she tells you about it after. Because she's not begging, she's not waiting, she's not about to sit there, waste her time explaining why she's done. Why am I explaining to you why I'm done when I've been telling you all this time why you need to change? When you get to that point in life, that's when you see the shift. You start seeing things happen so fast. That's why these girlies that come online be like, my man provides everything and I'm and I'm just and you see they don't have no business backing. They have no business backing, whether it be they started a digital business or, they providing something. Trust and believe, them girls have to have high tolerance. There's no way. Don't listen to them they make it seem all perfect and it's so perfect. It's roses and creams. No, it's not. Them bitches have high tolerance. Cause I know. Because I had to have high tolerance. When the man's providing everything for you and you don't have that much income to walk away and he knows that you ain't doing shit, bitch, you better have the strongest backbone. Bitch, you better be able to beat up a gorilla. You better be strong. You better start drinking extra water because you need the water for your tears, bitch. You need the water for your tears. Yeah. So you need the water. You better be drinking 4 gallons of water a day. You better be training so your back can be strong because you're going to tolerate a lot of bullshit. And that's what they won't tell you. They don't tell you that. They just show you the bags. They show you the shoes. They show you the lifestyle. But they don't show you how strong their backbone is. If these bitches turn around and show you their back with no shirt on, you be like, oh, nah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. The moment I chose myself, my whole life changed. And that's why I created the Wealth Club, because choosing yourself is powerful. But what happens next is even more powerful. You need tools, strategy, income, a foundation that doesn't crumble when a man disappoints you. Inside the Wealth Club, I'll show you how I built my life digitally, spiritually, and financially. You will also get free mentorship. I will mentor you. So once you get inside the Wealth Club, you'll get a link to book a one-on-one call so I can give you a customized blueprint on how you should go about, your digital business and what you should do. Because inside the Wealth Club, you're getting everything I paid for, thousands of dollars for one price, fraction of the cost. And I believe in helping other women because I know how it feels to stay with a man, or because you have to, not because you want to. Yeah, her ask, does it help with mindset and self-concept? It has all of that. Like, it's not just about digital income. It's about building that self-awareness, knowing your purpose, changing your mindset, changing your energy. You'll be so happy with yourself because with the Wealth Club, you're not going to need anything else. You're not going to need to buy, how do I create content? How do I get products? Everything you could think of, even investing in suites, NFTs, beauty, everything's inside. You're not going to need anything else. All for one price. Lifetime access. And you could chat with other members that's inside. So it's also a good networking opportunity as well. Segment 4, why most women don't know where to start. A lot of women don't stay stuck because they want to. They stay stuck because nobody ever gave them the blueprint. Number 1, they've been taught survival, not strategy. Women were raised to hold a man down, not build themselves up. Think about it. This has a lot to do with generational things. That's the reason why now I'm so happy that we have social media to kind of awaken and be more aware. Because realistically, it's always hold the man down when he's building this business, when he's doing this, hold him down. But they never talk about building yourself up. You were taught to pray for a man with money and not how to become a woman with money, which is the content we consume nowadays. Oh, pray for the man with money, because if the man with money, he's going to solve all your problems. He's going to solve all your problems at expense, whether it be your destiny, whether it be tapping your energy. Because I said this before and I'll say this again. A lot of times there's these men that are 6-7 figure earners that will sleep with women before meetings because they're tapping into that energy. Deep conversation. Deep conversation. Some men will sleep with you because they want to tap into your destiny and your energy. A lot of you don't understand that. These men with money, what do you think? Money's energy, currency. Currency is energy. So they sleep with multiple women, right? They have no problem giving you the 5K, but you don't realize that. That's why it's so hard for women to stop being prostitutes. That's the reason why it's hard for some women to stop being prostitutes, because they have given out so much energy that it's so hard for them to pivot from that. Because once you get the 5,000, you spend it on something stupid. You're like, oh, fuck. Now you want to sleep for another 5K. You want to sleep for another 2,000. And you find yourself continuously sleeping for money, because every time you get the money, you spend it on dumb shit. It's a spirit. You were taught to pray for men with money, not how to become a woman with money. The idea of starting over feels too overwhelming, so you stay. The fact that you have to start over, it makes you feel scared. Mel asks, why can't they invest? They can't invest because it's a spirit. When they get the money, they'll have that plan to invest, but then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, I gotta do this. It's a spirit. It's a constant battle. And I think you should watch one of my previous videos where I was talking about outsmarting your old doppelganger, because it's like your old self is so used to the fast life. Meanwhile, your new self craves stability. So obviously, because you're trying to step into that new version of yourself, you find yourself having old habits. And in order for you to even step into your new self, you have to get rid of the old habits. And a lot of people don't understand that in order to get better and live better, you have to drop habits. A lot of people are not comfortable with dropping what's familiar, whether it be men, habits, friends, family. They don't feel comfortable doing that. So they find themselves in the same rotation. Just rotating. We weren't raised on strategy. We were raised on struggle and silence. That's why most women don't know where to begin. They don't even know it's allowed. A lot of women don't even know it's allowed to begin, to choose yourself. 2, they've been conditioned to wait for permission, wait for marriage, wait for his go-ahead, wait for the right time. Most women don't need a better relationship. They need permission to choose themselves. But let me give you that permission right now. You don't have to wait to be chosen to start building your life. 3, they're drowning in information but starving for direction. TikTok, podcasts, YouTube videos, but no real structure. You try to piece things together, different strategies, but nothing sticks because you have no guidance. That's the reason why I would never understand why girls be like, oh, you can go watch that on YouTube for free. You could go on TikTok for free. That's why nothing is working. You've been trying to start your business off of free information. That's why it's not working, because you have no guidance. You have not planted seed. You have not made that investment. In order to make money, you have to spend money, period. There's no getting around it. I'm sorry. That's the truth. That's how life works. Because when you spend money, that means you're invested. But when you go on YouTube and type and get the free information, half of you guys don't even do it because you have no guidance. You didn't pay for it, so you don't value it. You want to make money online, but you don't know how. And it makes you doubt your potential. You don't need more content. You need somewhere you can go and actually get steps, support, and results. Hence the Wealth Club. 4, they think it's too late or too hard. I'm too old. I'm not tech savvy. I don't even know what I'll sell, which is the excuse of most women. I don't even know what I would sell. Oh, I don't know how to do this tech stuff. I don't know how to create content. Excuses. Bullshit. The fact that you keep saying that, that's the reason why that's your reality. You're not too old. You can be tech savvy. There's nothing technical about using a phone. And you can sell anything. Stop thinking, oh, nah, people are not going to buy ebooks. People don't buy. They buy it. Stop aligning with realities that don't inspire your dream reality. The real block isn't time, age, or tech. It's confidence. And confidence comes from clarity. Once you know what to do, you become unstoppable. It's not because, oh, I don't have enough time or I don't have enough money. It's because you don't believe it works. So because you don't believe it works, remember what I said. The universe always wants to prove you're right. So because you don't believe, that's why it's not working, period. And that's why the Wealth Club is there for you, because I know what it's like to not know where to start, not have any connections, not have any guidance. And one thing about digital marketing, these digital marketing courses that you buy on TikTok and Instagram, is you'll buy that and you'll only learn digital marketing. You won't learn how to create the content. You won't even learn how to create your own course. You won't even learn how to mindset. There's a lot of things it don't come with. And that's what the Wealth Club eliminates. You having to spend X amount of money in multiple places when you can get it all in one place for a fraction of the cost. And not only that, I will mentor you. I will talk to you on the phone and I will hold you accountable. Segment 5, what happens when you choose you? The moment you choose yourself, the universe starts choosing you too. That man stops being the source. The begging stops, the confusion ends, and your power, it returns immediately. Immediately. You're no longer consumed with, oh my God, what if he's thinking like this? Or how is he feeling? You don't give a fuck about that anymore, because now your power has been returned to you. Some guys will keep you in a relationship for a long time and not marry you because they're benefiting off of your power. You may not realize how energetically powerful you are, but people can see it and they can feel it. They don't say it. Remember what I tell you guys. I tell you guys this all the time. A thought is the best kept secret. A thought is the best kept secret. So he can say things, but you don't know what he's thinking. He can say, oh, well, she's acting like a wife before the ring, so I might as well keep her here because I'm benefiting off of having a housemaid and a girl I can sleep with while doing what I want to do and still making my money and using her energy to benefit my business. Oh, yeah, Bestie said it. It's the truth. You start attracting what aligns, not what you're desperate for. You no longer entertain men out of lack. You choose from overflow. You're not looking for someone to rescue you. You already rescued yourself. You don't chase, you magnetize. You're not scared to lose anyone. And I think that's the one important thing that I can say when it comes to choosing yourself. You are no longer scared to lose anyone. And I think most times, women are scared to lose the men they date because they haven't chose themselves. When you choose yourself, you're okay with being alone because you enjoy your own company. You stop negotiating your worth. Once you choose you, your standards stop being negotiable. You realize, wait, I don't have to settle. I can actually build a life where love is a bonus, not a lifeline. 2, money flows because you're in your feminine power. You stop grinding and start flowing. You trust your vision. You start monetizing your voice, ideas, and energy. You stop chasing paychecks and start building platforms. You go from asking for help to sending invoices, from waiting on his wallet to flipping your phone into freedom. 3, your environment, appearance, and spirit elevates. Your space reflects your peace, clean, soft, safe. Your face softens. No more anxiety lines from guessing a man's mood. Some of you got some bad anxiety lines because you're too busy trying to figure out, oh, is he in the mood today? Should I ask him for this? Should I ask him? You begin to glow because you're not drained, you're driven. You start waking up without anxiety. You start sleeping in silence, not stress. You look around and realize, I built this, me. I'm no longer surviving, I'm living. You inspire other women without saying a word. Your aura says, I'm good. You guys can see it. Yeah. You stop trauma bonding and start vision building. You become the example, not the warning. Choosing you doesn't just bless you. It frees the women watching you silent, praying for the courage to do the same. And if you're ready for that shift, the one where your life finally starts moving in your favor, the Wealth Club is where it starts. You'll learn how to build digital income and get mentored through every step and become a woman who does not need a man to be okay, but is so grounded and magnetic, she only attracts the one who matches her. Trust and believe. I will give you the clarity you need to ensure that you are secured outside of a man. Trust me, the Wealth Club will be your best investment this year. The moment you finally choose you, you will change your entire life. Not overnight, but forever. And guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I wanted to give you guys food for thought. Behind every blessed woman is a moment she chooses herself over begging.